near and dear to all of us on a multitude of different levels. So I might need a little help with this one, guys. Could somebody help me? Anyone?
I will.
You want to help me?
Get out there.
Could you help me find the ugliest bitch? Because we're still looking for her. We are still looking for her. He might have found her, but we are still looking, guys. So
Definitely not.
keep a lookout. She's sneaky. Obviously, you know this.
I need your help. I need your help.
Need your help. I'll say it again in 3 minutes like he did, so. And I won't stop. Obviously, there's so much to be said about Billy. You know, he had a way of not only just words, but people, as we all know. He had a way of just connecting with everyone on their level. Very special. And, you know, I think John kind of nailed it. He made us all better people in some way, shape, or form, whether we wanted to hear it from him or not. And I could relate to that statement wholeheartedly there. You know, it's funny, as I stand here speaking about him, I know he's up there just laughing his ass off, because it was always about Billy. And here we are now, reminiscing about a very dear friend of ours. This was a guy that we had the honor, I don't know how I connected with him, but somehow he perceived me as this, like, older brother. And I don't know if it was his best decision, but, you know, I know that when he was going through those hard times, my and Mackenzie's door in 4D was always open to him.
It's open to everybody.
Always found a way to come. Whether it was bringing me sandwiches, he was going to Rutgers for the fat truck, and he wanted me to eat 3 sandwiches and just see if I could do it. He always found a way to be at my front, like literally at my front door when I come in. He'd be sitting in my lobby with sandwiches. It was the craziest thing, and I know many of you guys have the story of how he, you know, the whole bag of sandwiches for that matter. And I guess the best way I should say with this is, Fred, you're on the hook to me and my wife for $1 million.
No, just me.
But just my wife. But since I do get half, I will get half. One of these nights when Billy came to us, and this is a story I definitely wanted to share. We were going out to a show, and Mackenzie had not come home. She was getting ready. You know, me and him were eating chicken wings. And he was, you know, he looked at the, you know, as we're eating, it was all drumsticks. And he made a comment to me, something along the lines of, you know, man, what's up? These chickens just don't have wings. And I kind of looked at him, and I didn't know if he was kidding or not, so I didn't know, like, should I slam him? But Mackenzie kind of hears him as she's getting ready in the bathroom, and I just hear, like, this massive screech. What? He spent about 2 hours trying to convince us that, and anyone who knows the anatomy of the chicken,
He thought the drumstick part of the wing was the leg, a little leg.
You know, like a literal, like a drumstick.
We argued for an hour.
We argued literally for 2 hours. He refused to look it up on the internet. He refused to listen to me or my wife tell him that he is blatantly out of his mind. Because that's just not how.
He bet me.
And he bet us $1 million. Needless to say, when I heard that $1 million were on the table, Fred, I'm not going to lie to you, I went to the internet. And I ended the argument. So whenever you want to make that check payable, whatever, we can do it in payments, whatever works for you. I'm totally good with. Obviously, I'm just carrying a mallet around. Last time this was out, me and Billy, I guess being his big brother had its privileges too. The antics, as we all know with Billy.
I took that away.
Awesome. I don't even know how I still have this in my hand, right? How they let me walk around with this with Billy.
Just leave.
Free sodomy. It doesn't come cheap, folks.
Half off. Sodomy.
It was half off. No, very few takers. Needless to say, I kind of hooked up with Billy and in our relationship and with CKC. It started with saving the boobies. And from that moment on,
Here for boobies.
Billy just went above and beyond, always. And it was really quite amazing. And reminiscing back to last time I spoke with him at Sayreville, and him being as lucid as I could ever remember. And it's funny because people say to me, I love to blog and I love to talk to you during shows, and it could be a little distracting.
Super blogger.
I'm very fortunate to say that I let Billy talk to me that night, and he talked to me that whole first set, and from the rock and roll resort to the CKC stuff to his ideas and what he had planned. I mean, the skies were the limit and beyond for him. And and part of that still lives on I think with each of us, and that's what he did. He kind of left his print with all of us, whether it was the bacon and the color war, and how he was a part of it, and he always wanted to do the best he could for you. And I think it's a real testament that we all stand here tonight, remembering him and celebrating his life as it was, and as we remember him. And that's really important. And from underpants to boner sex, to sodomy, to the ugliest bitch in Camp Bisco, to me bartering money, making people pay him to give him rides around Camp Bisco to get their gear from their car to their campsite, as he would take their money and then leave them at their car and not bring them back to their campsite. Yeah, mind you, yelling at them the whole time.
Register to vote.
Yeah, exactly. What he wouldn't do to get your vote and to sway your opinion. Again, I think there's so much we could say, and I really just don't want to have to say it all. You all heard it. You all know it. You all experienced it, and again, I think it's a testament that we're all here tonight, and it's awesome, and it's an honor and a privilege to be able to speak about my dear friend and someone who me and my wife considered like a little brother of ours. And hey, maybe our advice wasn't always sound, but I'd like to think, I got through to him, and he definitely got through to me, as he did to all of us. So please raise your glass, enjoy the night. Again, thank you so much for coming out and celebrating. Please donate, do what you can, and continue to let him live on through us.
Yeah.
Woo!